Alright. Get everything back on order. Let's see. Alright, so last night, after I finished the stream, I spent like an hour or two just leveling these guys up using this. Oh, and I got like one of the... I got this thing? No, this thing. Alright, we're gonna go to the next chapter.
It seems your first test as Lord has come. 'Tis no small matter either.
Indeed, but I needn't face it alone. I would ask each of you where you think we should go and why. State your case before the scales of conviction. Then we shall decide our destination.
We take a vote and the consensus determines our action. Is that it?
That is correct. So long as my allies walk by my side, their opinions carry equal weight to mine.
Okay, hold on a second.
Such is the way of House Wolford. As Lord, I shall bear the weight of consequence for the Scales' decision, whatsoever they may be.
You are more serious than usual, my friend.
He understands what it means to be Lord of his house.
Well, I hope you have room for a stowaway, because I'm going too. In secret, of course. I trust the new Lord Wolford will handle the ponderous negotiations and diplomacy with grace.
Your Highness, you cannot be...
You may stay ashore if you wish, Huette.
You know I cannot allow that. If you insist on going, then I shall attend you.
Well then, it would seem the matter is settled.
There is exactly one coin for each of us.
It seems fate has conspired to bring balance to our proceedings.
How curious.
Curious? I see it as a sign that the heavens approve of my joining you.
You are ever the optimist, my friend.
Shall we proceed, my lord? One coin, one vote.
Very well. I would hear each of your thoughts on the matter in turn. Then you shall place your coin upon the scales of conviction and illuminate the road ahead.
Oh, although I may... What did he say? Although I may not have my own token of conviction, it is my duty to lend an ear to their arguments. I may not have my... Oh wait, what did he say before? ask. But we didn't have time for both. An honest exchange of opinions will hopefully lead to a decision that satisfies all who vote. It will be determined by the consensus of your party as played throughout the voting scenes. Each of your allies will cast their vote according to his or her own conviction. As the player, you will be bound to the decision of the majority. Before voting commences, you may attempt to persuade the others by changing their minds. Whether or not your attempt succeeds will only be revealed when the votes are cast. The strength of Serenoa's convictions will affect the chances of success. Key to winning over your party is gathering the necessary information beforehand. That information not always be found in the same room where the votes are cast, so be proactive in talking to everyone you meet on their journey. What should I do? Travel to the Grand Duchy of Asfrost, or travel to the Holy State of Ascent.
Lord Serenoa.
Sawyer is said to be among the strongest of all Norzelia. However, that is only hearsay. I mean to judge them for myself.
Lord Serenoa.
As for sure, it makes no difference to me where I go. I shall follow. Still, I would like to hear your thoughts on the matter.
Lord Serenoa.
Till now, Frederica's vision has offered her a few chances to visit Sante. Deepening your relations with the Holy State will be doubtless be your benefit as well. To let Frederica realize the long-held wish in the meantime.
Serenoa.
I might visit a country where my mother was born, and how did she spend her youth? I'll like to see. Okay. I mean, she is the wife, so I think it might be better if we just go there, right?
Lord Serenoa.
Our wife to be. Or wait, are they? They're not married yet, right? It's said to be the beacon of progress in both medicine and magic. I believe we could benefit greatly from seeing the fruit of their knowledge with our own eyes.
Say,
Alice and Anna will be the close partners in the days ahead. It will be wise to see how they live, don't you think?
Listen, lad.
Can't very well say Hannah holds much appeal to me. Sorely and too clever by half. I'm sure the people out will give a warm reception even with the others won't.
Lord Serenoa.
Okay, yeah, let's go here. I guess healing arts on me. I hear I quite perform a medicine and learn what kind of magic and medicine.
Indeed.
See, I hear the feats performed their beggar's belief. Any knowledge we could gain would surely come in handy during the time of need. Thank you for sharing, my lord.
Lord Serenoa.
Said to be amongst the strongest of our Norzelia. However, that is only hearsay. Has its charm as well, I'm sure, but what appeals to you, my lord? Skill of their mages are unequal. Wouldn't like to hear your skill against such warriors.
Quite true.
I have heard the same. What magic have I seen is impressive enough. I can scarce imagine what true master could do. I should try to my hand against one of the mock combat if able with my bow against their spell.
Okay.
Thank you.
say.
Doubtless, this will be a close partner in the days ahead. Alright. What reasons have you... I have a feeling the soul from has made them prosperous. I would be interested in seeing how that wealth manifests itself. I would be fascinated to see a society where everyone is truly equal.
Certainly.
They say Izon is a country without kings or noble. It's hard to imagine, but why imagine when we could see it with our own eyes? Interesting proposal.
Listen, lad.
I can't very well say Hyzan holds much appeal to me. Too clever by the half. I'm sure people have asked for to give a warm reception. Care tell me why, my lord. Sans and some must make people of different sorts of... it would be interesting to meet them. I've long awaited to visit the sources, the cornerstone of all life in Norzelia. After all, stories of the miracle performs in the Ministry of Medicines have piqued my interest. To help our soldiers and common folk alike.
You're onto something.
Doubtless, we could learn from the minds of the ministry with that we had such gifted healers and mages at our disposal. We could ask him for a book, but I've always been in the mind that the best learning is done through doing.
I've made up my mind.
Lord Serenoa.
It is time to cast our votes. Do we journey to the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, or the holy state of Hyzant? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
You've convinced me.
Is it really going to go through each person one at a time?
You have my vote.
My lord goes, I follow.
I changed my mind.
As its charm, I admit charms I mean to see for myself.
Forgive me, lad.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Wow.
The way forward is decided. We journey to Hyzant. We have decided. We set sail for the holy state of Hyzant. Whether or not it proves to be the right choice will depend on our actions. I trust in you all.
We are ready to set sail, Lord Patriot.
Very good, my lord. When you pay respects to the Holy One and the Saintly Seven, remember that you do so on behalf of our king.
Lord Serenoa, we are honored that you would choose to grace our nation with your presence. That said, I must offer you a warning as well.
It may be in Lady Frederica's best interests to remain here in Glenbrook.
What? That was the whole
I
point.
fear there may be some complications were she to come to Hyzant.
She is half-sister to the Archduke and my betrothed besides. What complications could there possibly be?
None, if I had any say in it. However, the matter is more delicate than that.
Your lady's hair would draw attention. Unfortunately, none of it favorable.
My mother's hair. The pink locks of the Roselle. Mother once told me of how her people fled Hyzant. Then you know how the Roselle are viewed in our nation. How the gospel of the goddess regards them as sinners. Yes, I do. But I am from Esfrost, and I assure you I have committed no sins. Of course, my lady. Very well then. I will do all in my power to see your visit is a pleasant one.
Thank you. Pray forgive my outburst.
You've no need to apologize. Still, I must ask, are you certain?
I must go. I would see with my own eyes. See where and how my mother and her people suffered.
By order of King Regna, Serenoa escorts their esteemed guests back home, beyond the forest and over the mountains to a vast sand-swept land.
Oh, Jesus.
Before long, a grand wall of stone rises before them. Known as the goddess's shield, behind it lies the source.
Wait, I thought that's... Okay,
Nozelia's
fine.
only
I thought
supply of
that's where Frederica was from.
Upon the lake shores of the source towers a giant likeness of the goddess, ever watching over the flourishing city and the palace below. This is the holy state of Hyzant.
I had heard tales of the goddess's shield, but its grandeur surpasses even my imagination.
It protected the holy state from both Glenbrook and Esfrost during the war. None in history have succeeded in breaching it. Do you think you might fare better, Lord Serenoa?
I think penetrating these walls would be nigh impossible.
A most courteous answer. I should have expected as much.
What's that sound?
That's called a gong.
Could this be?
Is this the hour of worship I've heard so much about?
Indeed. Hyzantians offer their prayers up to the goddess's statue every day. They thank her for her blessing, for bestowing us with the source, from which all Norzalia's salt is harvested.
To see every citizen pray is astonishing.
The goddess truly is at the center of all Hyzant, just as the stories say.
Even so, are there none who'd use this time of worship to rob their fellow citizens?
There are none so misguided among the goddess's believers.
All Hyzantians are guaranteed food, clothing, and shelter. The holy state has done everything in its power to eliminate poverty and ensure equality. As a result, no one envies others or craves riches for selfish reasons.
Certainly if everyone were equal, there would be naught to fight about.
But achieving absolute equality is impossible.
The words of an unbeliever. The goddess showers her blessings fairly upon all who follow her teachings.
Before we visit the Hierophant, there is one thing I must tell you about Lady Frederica.
Under normal circumstances, the head of our nation would not permit an audience with one of Rosellan extract. We have explained the circumstances, however, and she has been granted special permission to enter the palace as an envoy.
That said, we would ask that Lady Frederica remain silent before the Holy One.
Why?
Silent. Why?
I reiterate that typically, she would not be so much as allowed to attend. We ask for your understanding of our creed.
You mean to treat one of Glenbrook's delegates as if she weren't even there?
Prince Roland, you are here in secret. It would not do for you to gainsay another nation's religious creed. I have no objections.
My apologies.
You needn't apologize. Let us do what we came here for.
We appreciate your understanding. Now then, let us show you to the palace.
That is where the Hierophant resides.
The Hierophant imparts us with the goddess's divine messages. None are allowed to look upon the Holy One's face. None save Minister Edor, who conveys their divine words to us.
Pardon our intrusion. Lord Serenoa Wolfort of Glenbrook has escorted us home on behalf of King Regna.
The Hierophant speaks to you. Serenoa Wolfort, we thank you for your gracious gesture. We are overjoyed and humbled that you have chosen to grace our nation with your presence.
I am unworthy of such high praise, but honored nonetheless.
House Wolfort and Hyzant have shared a deep bond ever since the Sultan War. On behalf of the Saintly Seven, it is my wish that our friendship will be as strong as it was with your Lord Father.
But of course, I strive to one day measure up to his greatness.
You will also, in time, succeed Lord Simon as advisor to the mining venture, I hear. The Hierophant would hear your true thoughts on the endeavor.
And two are not online. I sense a storm is brewing up on the horizon. Okay, let's go with something like that.
I think it a significant stepping stone toward peace between the three nations.
A safe reply, to say the least, Lord Serenoa.
It is an ideal that I can only hope is shared by all those involved.
If I might ask, what is the ideal to which the Holy One aspires?
I would share the goddess's blessing with all of Norzelia. The Holy One wishes for a world where people are equal. The goddess always watches over those who believe in her. May you all receive her divine protection.
I apologize for visiting you in secret, but there is something I must ask you. I have heard that the people of Hyzant live in equality. They say the goddess showers blessings upon those who follow her teachings. But is that the only reason?
Oh, a studious one you are, Prince Roland. King Regna has raised you well. Of course, the goddess's teachings are at the core of the equality our citizens enjoy. But there are many measures taken by the Holy State to ensure the happiness of our people.
Minister Lila's Ministry of Medicine, which dedicates itself to the study of preserving life, is another example of this. The results of their research have allowed many people to overcome illness and injury and live long, healthy lives.
Fascinating. I would like to hear more about Hyzant's medical discoveries.
I see we managed to pique your interest. Minister Lila, I leave our guests in your capable hands. Pray, show them around the ministry and let them admire Hyzant's pursuit of life and magic.
My God. It's just all cutscenes.
Brother, where is Roland? I've yet to see him today.
Oh.
And you shan't, for he has left. Took it upon himself to join the mission abroad.
He did? I see.
Again, prioritizing his personal wishes above his station. Is there no end to his selfishness?
You haven't any love for him, have you?
Love. I would rather think of him as little as humanly possible.
How can you say that? He's family.
Royal family, and our duty is to the crown above all. Do not look to Roland for inspiration if you wish to carry yourself in a manner befitting your station, dear Cordelia.
It's a very interesting lake.
Look, a Rosellan. I heard she's an envoy from Glenbrook.
Be that as it may, is her kind even allowed to enter our halls?
I can only assume she received special permission, since Minister Lila's showing her around.
Ironic, considering the wishes of us researchers are hardly ever granted.
What a splendid facility you have here. I can see why your nation excels in the medical arts.
Normally, only ministry staff are allowed in. Having outsiders view our work is unprecedented.
We cannot thank you enough for your generosity.
If I heard correctly, it sounds like you are researching life itself.
That we are. In order to cure illnesses and injuries, we must set our sights high.
Even illnesses deemed uncurable in other nations?
There is no miracle panacea in this world, but we like to think nothing is impossible.
Wonderful. And would you be willing to share those results with others, should you achieve them?
If you believe in the goddess's teachings, yes. At least, that is what I would expect the Holy One to say.
Minister Lila, the preparations for the experiment are complete.
My apologies, but I must get back to work. You are free to take a look around. However, I ask you to not enter the restricted areas.
Of course.
Nothing is free in the Ministry, nor anywhere in Hyzant. And of course, when people are forced to adhere to teachings, there are some who will resist.
Who might you be?
Just a researcher, nothing more.
What was his problem?
Saranoa, I could use some fresh air, if you don't mind.
But of course, let us take a break outside.
Are you facing Frederica or faring? Better than before, thank you. I should take a rest in the shade for a spell, of course. Some merchants are open for business during the exploration phase and maybe selling rare items you will not find a provisioner in the encampment. It would be wise to speak with any shopkeepers you meet. For foreign dignitaries to be allowed in the ministry, take your time looking around. From the source of the shield, the thriving center between them, I can scarcely decide what has me most impressed. I can only imagine that people feel the same way, judging by the smiles on their faces. Have you seen the great big wall around the sea? It's called the Goddess's Shield. It protects us and the assault from anyone who would dare to stand against us. Alright. I don't think I need any of these. Hyzant is a blessed nation, one where everyone lives in peace. But you'll happen to see anyone suspicious be to alert somebody. A source? Sorry, I can't say I know much about it. The sacred palace, or a place that has a select few are allowed to enter. Must be nice having freedom to roam around in another nation. Oh. Goddess's teaching condemned the Roselle to backbreaking labor on the source to atone for the crimes of their foreigners. It's the way of their nation, and yet it doesn't sit well with me. Pray, take care of Lady Fred, and I have no doubt this weighs heavily upon her. The goddess is on our side. Should another war arise, I know she would ensure the holy state's victory. Iceland is a wonderful city. Alright. I ask you to not interrupt, Minister.
What the? That's not that impressive. Being 1582 vital right now? Because, like, all you really had to do. Like.
The fuck? That was weird. However, I asked you not to interrupt Minister Sorsley's work. Please stay away from the source. As one of the Saintly Seven, I managed production and shipment of salt. That is to say, I single-handedly bear the burden of Hyzant's finances. I can only imagine I was bestowed with such venerable position in recognition of my unwavering faith to the goddess. Sinister Sorsley oversees all Hyzant's dealing in salt, the foundation of their nation's wealth. It is a crucial job even among the Saintly Seven. Between you and me, not everyone is happy with the arrow font, although I honestly don't understand why. Is there other... No other items? It's thanks to the arrow font that we want for nothing. The goddess decides what those at the Ministry of Medicine should study, so they do not squander their time pondering it themselves. The chessboard here. Marbles of Norzelia. Alright, let's go look at that. Right now... Position on the branch of the eastern tributary of the Norzelia River, Wolffront Harbor enjoys prosperity as a stop along the trade routes between the three great nations of the realm. It served the second purpose of protecting Castle Wolford during the Salt Iron War, but after the conflict ended, Lord Simon reformed it into a port. Now one would be hard-pressed to see any signs of the military fortress it once was. That said, it still has a valuable strategic location since it is the closest settlement in Glenbrook to the Alsatian border. As a bit of an aside, the tributary upon which Wolford Harbor sits is also home to a rare species of fish, the Wolford care. What does that mean? They all absolutely exquisite when fried. If you ever find yourself in the demise. Oh crap. How do you pronounce it? Oh well, whatever. When they are in season, highly recommend sampling this delicacy for yourself. Alright, I guess nobody else. Unless there's a entrance. It's not a home. Everyone in Hyzant knows the goddess's teaching. Obey the teaching and serve your nation, and you shall receive the goddess's blessing. It is not wealth that drives Hyzant, but the faith and happiness of her people. We cannot ignore the wealth importance in the equation. How has the holy state achieved such balance? It seems idealistic to think the nation can be built on the faith alone. If the people are left dissatisfied, will the faith not waver? But what is it that brings the people such happiness? I thought the answer is different for everyone. The answer is simple. Following the teaching, do so and you shall be blessed by the... I don't know if I agree with this. All who live in Hyzant can see the happiness that comes with those blessings. Do the Saintly Seven have the people completely under their thumb? I always knew that the goddess and her followers looked upon the Roselle with disdain, yet I cannot help but to worry for my people. The sins they atone are not their own. One cannot help but wonder why they must continue to pay for them. This has less to do with the goddess's teaching that it does producing salt It makes me wonder why other citizens do not labor at the source. If I found it difficult to understand why, in this nation that touts equality, the Roselle must suffer such discrimination. Why citizens do not labor the source. This is less to do with the goddess than it does producing salt. It makes me wonder why other citizens do not labor at the source. I don't know which one to answer on that one, so I just chose one. Say the teaching ignores efficiency and profit. The nation was built upon the profits from salt. The source is a sacred place, and yet only the Roselle are forced to labor away there. Isant has already accumulated sufficient wealth off their salt taxes. I doubt there are anyone who wishes more than exchange in such painstaking work. There's nothing else, right? Oh wait, I can still go inside. Claim their city is peaceful, but there's soldiers aplenty on the streets and ministry. That makes me wonder. The goddess saves all who believe in her. We research so that we may aid her at the end. The goddess teaching to unite the people, they are what governs this nation. Perhaps there is something to be learned in all this. Immerse themselves in whatever the goddess bids them study, devoting a time. Okay. There are more dedicated matters, research ahead, such I'll ask you to turn back. In order to help the sick and injured, the study of life makes me so. May even unlock the secrets to immortality someday. Ha 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 ha. Ministry of Research helps save lives. I'm proud to be part of that. The ministry is a symbol of our nation's knowledge. Alright. No, but nothing else. Treatment notes. "61-year-old female, compound fractures on both feet, treatment. Recently develops curative magic. Patient fully healed and able to walk several weeks faster than usual treatments. Heart disease. Here too, where few options have succeeded to treat his, but after administering the Ministry of Medicine's new remedy, the attack ceased and patient's condition stabilized. Laceration on calf. Signs of necrosis due to a delayed treatment. Too advanced to save the limb. Required below knee amputation. Damn, that sucks for a 19-year-old. A 19-year-old girl, too. 25-year-old male, unknown illness. Until various not succeeded in saving patient's life, will conduct autopsy and further understand nature of the disease. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Alright, let's just end it.
We got our hands on a fine souvenir, thanks to Lady Frederica.
It is quite the feat indeed. Serenoa has terrible taste when it comes to gifts.
Thank you indeed, Frederica.
It was my pleasure.
Should we ask Minister Lila about what ails Lord Simon?
No. Even now, Lord Simone commands great influence. We cannot let others know about his condition.
I understand. Not even our allies can know of our weaknesses, lest they use them against us.
Indeed. We cannot risk exposing ourselves to such danger, for the young lord's sake as well.
What was that?
It appears there is a stir around the ministry.
I shall investigate.
Anna, what happened?
Some researchers at the Ministry ran off with its secrets.
To think my ministry was infiltrated by unbelievers.
Unbelievers?
Heathens who reject the goddess's teachings.
At their head is a researcher named Plinius, who escaped with some of our most valuable findings. You must retrieve these documents for us, Exham.
Consider it done. But they could be anywhere in town by now. I will need all the eyes I can get on the lookout.
I must remain here at the Ministry. Their spies may still be among us.
Minister Exham, we would be happy to be of service.
We are in your debt, Lord Sereno.
The men we pursue are researchers, proficient in the arcane arts. The insight of one versed in their ways would be invaluable to us.
Take Corentin with you. He is one of my most talented researchers. Corentin, you are to go with House Wolfort and help them retrieve our research from Plinius.
As you wish, Minister.
All right, my friends. The pursuit begins.
Defeat Plinius, lose all allied forces. I still want to know what the weather and wind conditions have anything to do with the story or with the gameplay. Oh, Jesus, that's a lot of people. There's more people than I was expecting. Wait, where's the others? Oh.
To battle with pleasure.
I7. I wonder if that's a better... Oh yeah, because there's these two here.
Plinius, give yourself up. There is no escape for heathens like yourself. Even attempting to steal our nation's secrets is a grave crime. One I know you have not forgotten.
This research is my life's work. I have poured my blood, sweat, and tears into it. What is so wrong with treating it as my own?
Plinius. Such an untainted passion for knowledge cannot hope to survive here.
I had heard that Hyzant was a land without strife. It would seem that was too good to be true. We mustn't allow Plinius and his lackeys to get away! After them!
You can enter simulation mode by pressing A on another unit, then yourself. This allows you to test the content of various actions on the selected units without actually performing them.
For victory!
Very well, then.
Here I come.
Ah, this is very Final Fantasy.
Defeat is not an option.
Okay, so I guess no matter where I go, he's gonna be hit.
Let us pry out their weakness.
Okay.
Stay composed.
I shall do my best.
Tomorrow is a new day.
I'll take you on! To victory!
Let me heal your wounds.
Yeah, whatever. Might as well
My thanks.
get some EXP out of it.
I see. So Ice heeds your call.
Haven't we met before? What is your name?
I'm no one of note, I'm afraid. You must have me mistaken for someone else.
You are not worthy of my time.
Let me show you what I've learned. Two ashes. What? We will make our ideals reality.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Now then, to work.
I see through you. Charge! Brace yourself!
Oh my god. Resist? Okay. Oh, wait. Why?
May fortune favor us.
You leave me with no recourse. You will regret ridiculing me. The price for such insolence is your life. Cold wind blows! Wasted time!
Defeat is not an option.
What is this? Oh, it's items.
Use this!
You have my thanks.
Will form when it rains. A fire attack is cast on snow or frozen squares. The effect of lightning attacks will travel through the puddles, damaging all near units standing on them. Okay. More mechanics. My god.
Pathetic state I'm in.
Let us pry out their weakness. Stay composed.
This will do nicely. I'll take you on! Got something up my sleeve.
Shall we begin?
Damn it.
One step closer to our hope. I fight for peace. To ashes.
Now then, to work.
I see through you. My turn.
Have another!
Here I come.
That hit the mark.
How annoying. It ends here.
Oh, they don't do damage.
Let us pry out their weakness. Let us steel our defenses.
How gracious.
Shall we begin?
Be at ease.
They have to survive. Freeze!
I'll take you on! Away!
Allow me.
Oh, is it LOS? Damn it. It is LOS. Aw.
Where was I?
I won't lose!
Time to take flight.
Take that!
For the honor of House Wolfort.
Well, I might as well just keep going after him.
Wait your turn! Ugh.
How annoying. Ha!
I ain't that slow.
I see a path to victory. This should do.
Ready for more!
I fight for peace. For the good of all.
Time for some research.
I think that will give me EXP.
I shall do what I can.
Be at ease.
I'll take you on! You're done!
My turn.
Yeah!
You leave me with no recourse.
Damn, you did more damage doing that.
This ends now!
What would Father do? Death from above! Wait! Ha-ha! Pathetic state I'm in. Gah!
Where was I?
I shall try my level best. Let us steel our defenses.
That'll do!
Let me show you what I've learned. For the good of all.
Ready for more.
Cool heads shall prevail.
Come at me! Time to die!
My turn.
Huh. Too slow. Wait! Ha-ha! I can still fight. Freeze! Go! Excellent! Conceivable.
Time to take flight.
That was bullshit.
Goodbye!
Why, goddess? I am not your pawn. I am merely...
What does conviction do? Triangle strategy. That's a lot of money. Relative.
What did you hope to do with our secrets?
Oh,
Sell them for
okay.
riches?
No. We wished only for freedom in our research. Knowing we would be granted no such liberty here, we were left with no choice.
I see. You rebel against her teachings, as I suspected. Take them away. You have our gratitude, Lord Serenoa. We could not have apprehended the heretics without you.
What will happen to them now?
They will be punished for their wrongdoings, of course. Defying the goddess's teachings is the most grave crime one can commit in Hyzant.
I see now. Equality here stems from their thorough elimination of heretics.
You did well, Corentin. For your efforts, you deserve a reward.
If you insist, I do have a request. I would like permission to embark on a journey. I wish to learn more about the medicines of other lands.
Greater knowledge of medicine would prove useful in our studies of life. I will consider it.
We will take our leave here.
Master Corentin, thank you for your help today.
There's something I would speak with you about. Do you have a moment? This place is too conspicuous. Let us talk elsewhere.
You wish to leave Hyzant?
Yes. I wish to study magic, not medicine.
But just before, you spoke of wanting to observe medical treatment in other nations.
Merely a pretense to gain permission to leave. We cannot research freely in Hyzant. We are simply tasked with fulfilling our designated roles. Furthermore, no matter how revolutionary our discoveries may be, the world at large will never know them.
You mean to say you tire of Hyzant's secrecy?
You're not much different than those so-called heretics, then. Could it be you feel some connection with them?
To tell the truth, I was well aware of Plinius' plan. But I was a coward, one who could neither stop nor join them. And because of it, I ended up capturing those with whom I sympathized. I wish never to feel this way again.
And thus you mean to leave the Holy State entirely?
Yes, I have no intention of returning to the Ministry. Which is why I must ask if you would allow me to journey with you, as a member of House Wolfort.
My lord, while he may be a unique character, he undoubtedly possesses a great understanding of the arcane.
There is one thing I must know. Would you be troubled traveling alongside my betrothed, knowing her heritage?
Not at all. I'm abandoning Hyzant, and the goddess's teachings with it. On the contrary, Lady Frederica's magic fascinates me. I would love to learn more about it.
But of course.
Very well then. Welcome to our ranks, Corentin. Pursue your studies to your heart's content. I only ask that you put them to use on House Wolfort's behalf.
Of course. You have my thanks, Lord Serenoa.
Alright, seems like... Oh, I also dropped a bunch of macadamia nuts, and all the crumbs just went all over my pants and my seat, so I'm like cleaning that up. Anyways, this guy... He's not into, what do you call it? Oh. What was that political party? Or not political party, socialism. And freeze squares, hindering enemy movement, creates icy obstruction.
Thalus, how does Dragan fare?
As blustery and boastful as ever, brother. He is simply beside himself that his contributions to the mine have been recognized.
So he has achieved a measure of success. Perhaps I underestimated him.
What concern is he of ours? He is Svarog's son and of thinner blood.
We are not Glenbrook or Hyzant, Thalus. In Esfrost, a man is judged for his deeds, not his pedigree.
And yet you have appointed me Prime Minister, have you not?
I have given you an opportunity, brother. Do not be mistaken. If you wish to keep your position, prove to me you are deserving of it.
Understood, brother mine.
Dear brother, do with Thalus as you please, but I bid you be wary of Dragan and Svarog. I've reason to believe they've designs on higher seats.
If they mean to overthrow me, then let them try. I shall relish the opportunity to crush them.
What is up with these people? What is their problem?
It's time we head home. You aren't forgetting anything, are you, my lord?
Eridor, I told you. I'm not a child anymore.
I'm sorry, my lord. Whenever I see your face, I can't help but think of the lad I once knew.
Can you not lower your voice? You'll disturb the whole city at this rate.
House Wolford certainly is lively.
Indeed. I've never seen such a big, happy family.
I'm glad they allowed you to travel with us.
As am I. I intend to revolutionize the world with my research.
Very well and good, but we also have a wedding to prepare for. Busy times lie ahead, Frederica.
Yes.
Let us make it a grand wedding. Huette, prepare an extravagant gift worthy of my best friend.
Yes, Your Highness.
It seems I'm just in time. I came to thank you and see you off on behalf of the Holy One.
We are the ones who should thank you. Glenbrook and House Wolford shall not forget your kindness.
I'm happy to have seen Hyzant with my own eyes. Till we meet again.
Prince Roland, Lord Serenoa, the future of Norzelia is in the hands of the young, those like ourselves. I much look forward to our next meeting.
We have heard much about how all in Hyzant are blessed by the goddess's teachings. And yet, they told us almost nothing of the Roselle. What sort of lives do they live here? What sort of life did Mother lead?
Is something the matter, Frederica?
Forgive me. I was merely lost in thought.
Thoughts of the Roselle, I presume.
Yes. I wondered what effect it might have on your relations with Hyzant, now that we are to wed.
Right now, our three nations work together, but none can say what the future holds. Whatever may occur, know that you will not have to bear it alone. It will be a burden for all of House Wolford to bear, together.
Thank you, Serenoa.
His diplomatic visit as Lord of the House complete, Serenoa returns to the Wolford domain. Safely within Glenbrook, Roland and Huette retire to Whiteholm in the Crown City. Alas, there is no time for rest in House Wolford, as Serenoa soon finds himself swept up in preparations for his wedding to Frederica. Dragan, meanwhile, presides over the blasting of a new tunnel at the Grand Norzelian mines.
Something about this reminds me of Super Mario RPG.
That should be the end of that bothersome bedrock. Investigate it at once.
What in the name of iron?
What is it? Do we require more explosives?
No, Lord Dragan. You best come see for yourself.
What the? It couldn't be.
Why did they show me that?
That settles the wedding program, then. We still must decide upon the wedding dress, however.
Not we, Benedict. Surely the lady herself must decide. What do you desire, Frederica?
Well...
Hadn't you mentioned wanting to dress in the Rosellan custom for the ceremony?
Then you'd best ask the Roselle about that. There's a Rosellan village here in the domain. I'm sure they'd make you a dress if you asked.
But what of the other nations in attendance? Surely Hyzant would not look kindly upon it. Lord Simone, is it true that you assisted the Roselle who fled Hyzant during the war, and that you then granted them asylum here?
Aye, that is how the Roselle came to live within our domain.
It was a source of great tension, but in the end, Lord Simone's perseverance prevailed, and a group of Roselle found new homes here. To this day, the Holy State demands they be returned to Hyzant, citing their goddess's teachings as justification.
The roots of the conflict run deep. Nevertheless, it is our duty to protect those who we have sworn to take under our wing. Should you choose to dress in the Rosellan custom, we shall stand behind you every step of the way.
Is that so? Then... I see not how I could refuse such a kindness.
I shall accompany you to the village. To tell the truth, I have never been there myself. It would be a good opportunity to get to know them, to strengthen our bonds.
As is your duty, my son.
Rosellan custom it is, then. Let us depart at once to make the request.
Aye, all of us. Ooh, I can't wait to see what they come up with.
The Rosellian village. I'm still curious, where did Frederica come from? Clearly, she was on a boat from somewhere. I mean, that's clearly not from up there, and it doesn't take that long to get from there to there. Oh, you agreed to that last time I pursued my research free. Sort of ice magic? Okay, forgive me. So I'm but a scholar sort of approved the ice magic as placed on the battlefield. Oh, that's it? Okay. Might as well just buy all of these. Alright, let's read these things. still don't know what this is. Sorsley's On is one of the Saintly Seven, has been entrusted by the Hierophant with the overseeing of the foundation upon which the Hyzant's economy is built, salt production. The Saintly Sevens governs all aspects of life in the holy state, from the military to the economy, led by the Hierophant. Each saint assumes a specific responsibility and holds great sway on both domestic and foreign affairs. They are beloved by the people as representatives of the faithful. Archers and arcanists attack from afar, so this secret tactic, scroll on Earth. Their objective is to wear down the enemies from distance before the infantry moves in to strike. This strategy is best at mitigating casualties. Makes sense. You want to take down weaken the people before they even get to up close. Unfortunately, Arcanist tends to move slowly and have difficulty casting spells in succession. This has led many of the commanders to instruct infantry to move in first and weaken the enemy so that archers and arcanists may then deal the felling blow. What? Unfortunately, Arcanist tends to move slowly and have a difficulty casting spells in succession. This has many of the commanders to instruct infantry to move in first and weaken the enemy so that archers and arcanists may deal the felling blow. Okay, this tactic, however, incurs great damages to the front lines. It is advised that commanders allow archers and arcanists to prepare before sending out the vanguard. Advancing is not the same as attacking. Patience is the key to victory. Okay. One must also be aware that the position of the archers' arrows are easy to avoid if shot from the front. Loosing them from a higher elevation increases their range impact. The opposite is true to lower elevations. An archer's position greatly affects the power of one's forces. A diagonal shot is more likely to strike true. He who has the high ground has the advantage. Oh, really? Diagonal shots are more likely to strike better. Okay. Furthermore, magic spells are each tied to an element, and their power varies by opponent. Choose which spells to cast carefully. Magic stone, each imbues with an element, have the same effect as spells. With these in hand, any soldiers can play on the role of an arcanist. Use them well. Okay, so basically those little stone thingies. Alright, shield bearers and healers are key to elements to a solid defense, but are unexpectedly difficult to use. Many commanders have failed to leverage them wisely on the field of battle. Shield bearers excels in defense and have generally placed nearer the main force or its leaders to prevent sieges and flank attacks. Many of these units can push back enemies with their shields, which is particularly useful when facing stronger foes. Shield bearers are an essential unit to have when up against the rivaling general. Okay. Relentless attacks have costed me victory, but solid defense... Relentless attacks have costed me victory, but solid defense never have. Only a fool attacks first and protects themselves later. A good defense must come before a good offense. I don't know, sometimes a good defense is a good offense. Healers are units that can cure their injured allies. Most commanders therefore wish to keep them at the rear of the main force. But enemies' attack can usually reach anywhere healing magic can. In general, healers should be made to wait at the rear and advance only when necessary. Once their job is done, they should make a quick retreat. Though this sounds cumbersome, healers are responsible to keeping their fellow soldiers alive and are especially vulnerable to enemy attacks. Commanders must therefore pay close attention to their movements, for if they fall, the entire army is likely to follow suit. Pacing avails no one at the battlefield, and conditioned caution is king. The Salt Iron War is one of the fiercest wars raged in the realm of Norzelia can roughly divide into 3 periods. Before its onset, the Grand Duchy of Aspros secretly contacted the Kingdom of Glenbrook and asked for an alliance to break Hyzant's monopoly over salt. Glenbrook agreed. In exchange for their logistic support and permission to march through the kingdom, Glenbrook asked Aspros for a joint governance of the source. On the day the war began, the Duchy's troop proceeded through Glenbrook and declared war on Hyzant as they rushed the holy state capital. Hyzant barely had time to close its gates, and the Gaish's shields protected from the onslaught, but their forces were unprepared, leaving them no choice but to take the defense against Aspron's iron might. In hopes of turning their position around, the Hierophants sought the aid of a clan that made their home in the northeastern reaches of the modern-day Glenbrook. They call themselves the House Wolford. Simon, the lord of their house, heard the Hierophant's plea and made way of the holy state with a small but elite force of warriors. Their whole bold pack broke through the duchy's encirclement and forced them to retreat at the border. This effectively destroyed Aerosfrost's hope of an early resolution. The exploits of Samon's Wolfords changed history. From that point forth, the Wolfords, which has been no more than a small clan in the area, became key at altering the course of the war. The fighting came to a standstill when Aspros and Glenbrook on one side and Hyzant and Wolford on the other. The war affected not only those on the battlefield, but across Norzelia. Before long, the salt reserves that the duchies has amassed in anticipation of the war began to dwindle, and they realized they would not last much longer. In Hyzant, the herald succumbed to illness. The saintly seven quarreled over who would succeed the holy ones, and the city descended into chaos. It is rumored that during the turmoil, the Roselle revolted and fled the source. Nothing was made official, but the rumor was likely true given the subsequent state in the city and the army's struggles. Despite growing fatigue of both parties, all nations involved were reluctant to retreat out of fear of public backlash, so the war dragged on. Battles small and large were waged. The fight of the renowned citadel and the sands among them. Details of the damage are still unknown to this day. The people and soldiers of all nations suffered greatly over the 30 years that came to be known as the Salt Iron War. The Cursed Cast. Have you ever heard the rumor of the moving cast? It is said the mysterious nation has seen the wandering of the Hyzants lately. According to one's theory, the lingering hatred of someone who drowned their sorrows in wine gathered within the cast and caused it to move, gaining its name, the Cursed Cast. They say that the lonely apparitions beckons others to the same fate, calling out these words: welcome and welcome and welcome and welcome. Oh, okay, so that's what it's for. Oh, so that's what it's for, the weather. Increase the weapon to potency by 5 to deal greater damage. You need more health. Black. Still can't buy.
Greetings and welcome, Lord Serenoa and Lady Frederica. My name is Jerome. I bid you welcome on behalf of the Roselle. And congratulations on your engagement, as well as assuming lordship of your house.
You have my gratitude. We hope you will continue to lend your support to House Wolfort.
You have my word. I owe your Lord Father a great debt. Though even were that not the case, you are engaged to one of our own in Lady Frederica. Few things could bring us more joy. We shall make the finest dress you have ever seen.
On that subject, I have one humble request. I would like to incorporate this pendant into the design.
The pendant you're never without.
'Tis one of a kind, left to me by my late mother. She was one of the Rosellan refugees who fled Hyzant during the war and found her way to Esfrost. In a twist of fate, she fell in love with the former Archduke, and thus was I born. In secret, of course. After I was born, she was sent back to Hyzant, where she met her end.
I see why it never leaves you. Pray fashion the dress in this pendant's image.
It shall be done, my lord. Let us delay no further. Lady Frederica, please step inside, that we may take your measurements.
Thank you kindly.
The measurements may take some time, Lord Serenoa. Perhaps you'd care to take a stroll and see the village while you wait.
I'd very much like that. Thank you.
Perhaps I'll have a look around the village. Alright. Your hair certainly doesn't make you stand out, my lord. Please get many visitors to our fair village. Alright, what do you have to say? We came to this land in the midst of Salt Iron War, despite desperate to escape Hyzant's extraordinary cruelty. Your father has then granted us asylum in our hours of need, sheltering us from further harm. Plenty of great days comes when no longer require protection. You are free to live your lives unfeathered. I intend to honor that. Let us work together and make this land a promise one for your people. Okay, they should be free. As do I, yet I hear whispers that Hyzant's demands are returned. I tell you now that the teaching of the beloved goddess hides untold amounts of cruelty. We will not survive if we go back there. I know better than to blithely assume that it will arrive on its own accord. They once hailed from Hyzant. They are now as much of a Wolfort's demise as anyone else. Our Lord Samon offered us protection without a word about our origins of our troubled history. It is boundless, and I fear that we shall never repay it. Instead, I pray that our village remains protected. It falls to me to keep their land free from harm, no matter what the cost. I'll share a portion of the forest bounty with House Wolfort each year as thanks to their safekeeping. Their quality pelts and fresh fruits make a significant portion of House capital. I'm eternally grateful to House Wolfort. We would not be alive today if it's not for your protection. As a steward of this, I pray we can work together to ensure the lasting peace. I believe my eyes when Roselle arrived in the during the Salt Iron War. I never see anyone who moves me to my court to see him thriving in peace times after all they went through. regret to say that this is my first time visiting Roselle Village. I'm happy to see that they flourished under Lord Simon's protection that last 30 years. Alright, hold on a second. Situated at the edge of the Hyzance Desert, the citadel of the sites is the Holy State's first line of defense. It has been the sites of countless battles throughout history, including the vicious border skirmishes of the Salt Iron War. Due to its importance, one of the Saintly Seven has always overseen its command. After the Salt Iron War, Minister Sorleon assured that the position and began the work of developing the citadel into the trading post. To think that a place that has witnessed so much bloodshed could transform into a peaceful hub of commerce. Life truly is full of surprises. Perhaps that is why, through Hyzance rarely gets visitors from other lands. Here I often catch glimpses of people whose province I cannot discern, or perhaps it is only in my imagination. We may be under a protection. We dare not leave the village. The house goddess is faithful. They'll haul us straight back to the source if they catch us on site. It's no fun staying in the village all the time. I want to go play somewhere else. But if I go too far. Venture further afield when you're older, and when that day comes, I'll show you both around the dimes myself. There's plenty of fun to be had here. I'm sure your mother will be pleased to go. That's because you're so proud you'll do. There's plenty of fun to be had. I'm sure your mother. Okay. Where we go. Must be strong and vigilant if we are to obtain the peace that we have enjoyed these lands. We play together almost every day. Today we're climbing a ladder and roofs. Taking measurements. Please have a look around the village. All right. So. Made our home here in the valley in the hopes we will not be discovered. It's a lay of our lands for that. No door. Trying to make sure there's like no other doors. There's always a cat in every single one of these villages. Surely they'll have finished taking measurements by now.
Do you understand just how dangerous it is for a young prince to go gallivanting off on a whim?
Punish me if you will. But if I hadn't gone gallivanting, I never would have learned the state of things outside our own kingdom.
Oh? Well, if you are so interested in international affairs, then I have a fitting role for you to play. You will oversee the Grand Norzellian mines.
Father, it would be a privilege.
I fear that punishment would provoke no reflection, and so I would rather put your energies to work for the kingdom.
I shan't let you down, Father.
I am not blind to your feelings, my son. I understand that my methods vex you. Nevertheless, I ask that you stay out of harm's way, and give me no reason to worry.
Of course.
Mining is grueling, thankless work. Show the miners the appreciation they deserve.
I shall. You have my word.
The necessary provisions have been arranged, Your Highness. You are to deliver them to Dragan.
Father, may I bring Lord Wolfort? It is his job to oversee the operation after all. And his closeness with Dragan may engender goodwill.
I know you trust him a great deal, Roland. But I would remind you that his betrothal now binds him to Esfrost. You would do well to be wary of any move he or his house might make.
So you share Franny's views on the matter. Nevertheless, Serenoa is a friend I could never hope to replace. A friend I trust no matter your opinion of him.
Concerning words, Your Highness, House Wolfort must be subject to the same scrutiny as any other.
Roland.
Bring these tidings to Gustadolf at once.
Still
Is
know
that
what
everyone?
they're talking about.
Good. I have important news for all of you. What you see before you is to be seized by the Duchy of Esfrost. You shall not speak of this beyond those in present company. Any who do will be punished to the fullest extent of the law.
But, Lord Dragan, are not the resources we mine destined to be shared among nations?
This matter is not up for debate. A discovery of this magnitude could reshape all of Norzellia. And so I ask this of you. Stand with me, as I lead this great realm into a new era.
You risk much giving us these orders. I shall do exactly as you say.
I thank you. I have already sent the Archduke a letter informing him of our find. When I am appointed Prime Minister, I promise to reward you all handsomely for delivering me such a boon.
You are to be Prime Minister?
Or Ambassador to Glenbrook, perhaps. Time will tell. Either way, with this I shall make my mark. And do what neither Father nor Gustadolf ever could.
What news from Dragan, dear brother?
I never dreamt our hypothesis would prove true.
So you take him at his word?
I have no choice. The spy I sent to shadow him corroborates his report.
And? What are his demands?
He wishes to be named Prime Minister in exchange for secreting it away to Esfrost. Negotiations with Glenbrook are in the offing, should I refuse.
So he means to threaten you?
He is stronger than I believed him to be. Certainly what he has uncovered is worth the price he asks. What would you do, were you me?
Keep the secret safe, naturally. Did you not send a spy for this very reason? Surely expected this would happen.
I did, and they have been issued emergency orders.
Then leave the rest to me. I shall depart once.
How fortunate I am to have a brother who knows me so well. Ah, Dragan, you will rue the day you dared place Glenbrook beside me on the scales of your feeble judgment. I Hand down the orders. Yield or be crushed beneath my heel.
Down. Aspros is really they own a lot. I still want to know where Frederica is from. Is it really from
The
Elsfront?
dress measurements are finished at last. I applaud your patience.
Is it exactly as you hoped?
It is indeed. I can hardly wait to see it finished.
I am glad to hear it.
There you are.
Prince Roland. And Huette besides. What brings you here?
We were looking for you.
We inquired around Castle Wolfort and heard you all had come here.
Has something happened?
Father has asked me to keep watch over the mines. Won't you join me?
You scarcely need ask. Of course.
A wise course of action, seeing as you will be overseeing the mining operations.
And we can present Dragan with the gifts we procured abroad.
A fine opportunity to get to know the man better. He is quite talented, is he not?
He is a man with grand visions for the future. That much is certain. I shall tell you more of him along the way.
Then let us waste not one moment more. To the mines.
I'll have the dress ready in time for the ceremony, my lord.
You have my thanks, Jerome.
Serenoa and Frederica journey to the Rosellan village so she may be fitted for her wedding gown. The young lord gains an unexpected moment of quietude while he waits. However, Roland soon arrives with orders from King Regna to inspect the grand Norzellian mines, where Dragan has made great progress.
How will Gustadolf respond to my offer? I should think there's but one logical answer. Should he refuse for some reason, I will need Father's aid. I must apprise him of the situation.
Lord Dragan, Prince Roland is here from the Crown City.
What's this? Prince Roland and my friends of House Wolfort. To what do I owe the honor?
Apologies for the sudden nature of our visit, Dragan. I have come on Father's orders to offer our sincere gratitude, as well as to observe the mining operation.
Splendid! The miners will no doubt be heartened by your highness's presence.
Does the mining continue apace?
Indeed it does. There are no problems to report. And what of your trip abroad, Lord Serenoa?
It was most enlightening indeed. We even brought something for you. I do hope it's to your liking.
A portrait of the goddess herself, drawn with... Is this dyed salt?
It is. I understand they are used as talismans in Hyzant.
This gift would fetch unfathomable value in the duchy. I cannot thank you enough.
It is enough to see you happy.
I am glad our deliberations were not in vain.
Dragan, I believe it was you who said the future is in the hands of the ardent youth. We are of like mind. Let us shape the future together.
Indeed. That future is close at hand. I suspect we will reach across the border and ask for your cooperation in due course.
And I shall gladly assent.
Yes, we eagerly await your offer. Now then, I was thinking I might examine the quarry.
Wait, Your Highness! One of the tunnels caved in but a few days ago. I would advise against entering just now.
Did you not assure us moments ago that the mining continues apace?
The miners are working to repair the damage as we speak. It is simply too soon to allow you inside.
Was it caused by a blast?
It was, in fact. We were perhaps a bit overzealous in attempting to remove some of the bedrock.
I'd no idea your explosives were so powerful. How do you make them anyway?
I would love to tell you, Your Highness, but I'm afraid we must keep some of our secrets. What I can say is that salt is a vital ingredient.
Surely you jest.
I thought you'd be surprised. I could scarcely believe it myself at first. A gargantuan tome in the archives opened my eyes to the many uses for salt, beyond seasoning our daily dishes. And now I pass what I've learned to you, Lord Serenoa, as a token of my gratitude for your visit.
The power of salt.
'Tis a compendium of my research on the uses of salt. I encourage you to peruse it at your leisure.
I most certainly shall. 'Tis a most valuable gift.
Fascinating indeed. I too would like to read it when you are through, my lord.
I look forward to hearing your impressions.
At any rate, I see the sun hangs low. Shall we save a tour of the mine for the morrow?
Yes, perhaps that would be best.
Yes, of course. I shall prepare entertainment and lodgings for your party at once.
The mine appears to be operating apace. Perhaps its surveys on. Okay. Want to deliver lunch to my husband and his fellow miners. They like to eat. They eat like horses, and yet I managed to make too much. He's from hard at work building a rail car that transport ores from the mines. Can you imagine how much more efficient it will make the progress? Never expected Prince Roland and the lords of House Wolford himself would grace us with their presence. Truly an honor. Must be a hard journey to get here. The roads of the mines aren't exactly well. Despite the explosive collapsing on one of the tunnels, mining appears to be on schedule. Running a mine, let alone owned by 3 nations, is no easy task. The lack of unrest is a credit for Lord Dragon's leadership. That indulge me with the hypothetical. Suppose you let this unfortunate incident occurs, how would you respond? Resolve the matter peacefully with involvement. I would hear the problem firsthand from the miners themselves, ensuing leads to chaos. I would order an investigation to find the party or parties response. Be more diplomatic. Meet the problems where it lies, and you've got a good head on your shoulders and admirable desire to lead. However, you did not operate in isolation. Hyzant and us will see it as their duty to participate in the mediation process, so it will be up to us to definitely navigate those waters. I shall bear that in mind. Finally needs to be a healthy congestion of miners. Right. I was right to come with you. I do believe we succeeded in lowering Dragon's guard. We're sending iron we mine here to Consortium. They'll want to account for it all as they do with the sun and all else. Mine here is under the jurisdiction. Claris never met a thing he couldn't sell that one. That is right, he should be a nation's prime minister, and yet he's performing glorified border duty in the middle of nowhere. I can't imagine he's happy about it. It's indeed capable. Treasure and what we make of it. Lord Serenoa, made the partner with your house prove long and fruitful. As I see it, the mines are merely at the beginning. We have much work to do. I can pray, I can count on your assistance going forward. I understand a few fights broke out between the miners of Aspros and Glenbrook at first, but such is bound to happen when the two nations come together. Thankfully, we learned to communicate, now everything's progressing apace. I've been teaching others what I gleaned from that reading I did in the archives. Master the Asfrosty techniques, my lord. There's no shortage of practice down in the mines. It's hard labor mining. I'll tell you, I don't see a man here I wouldn't want on my own army if it came to it. We're paid for the iron we mine, so I had a better break off a big chunk of ore, or better yet, find a rich vein. The mine itself is larger than I imagined. I believe my hawk could fly cleanly through its tunnels. Only miners pass this point, sir. We're cleaning rubble from the collapsed tunnel. Oh my god. How did I get up? Alright, so notes. It's foodstuff necessary for human survival, but that isn't all of it. It's myriad application beyond the kitchen and contains within its power to change our world as we know it. In this book, I, Dragon Aesfros, have recorded the results of my research to the Grand Duchy's archives, the accumulation of everything I learned, poring over ancient texts from all over Norzelia. For example, salting food is an excellent method of preservation, but doing so on a large scale is untenable due to the mineral's costly nature. If we could preserve large storage of food, it would be easier for people to travel over long distances or help us trade goods and supplies in even greater quantities. It could even become possible to explore the hitherto unplumbable depths of the Hyzalarian Desert or sail beyond the Great Falls of the South. Even more indispensable are salt medical benefits. My predecessors used what's limited salt that they have to conduct various experiments. Through salt scarcity makes it nigh impossible to put their findings into actual practice. Have they shown that salt can be applied to great effects in developing medicine, producing materials such as leather, glass, and animal husbandry? Their research even suggests salt can be made into volatile blasting agents. But even further possibility will be discovered as the research progresses through. Whether research can progress remains to be seen as the source under Hyland's twisted control, but we must not abandon hope for the better Norzelia salt could help us realize. Someone must clear the way forward, else this new era of prosperity will die before it's ever born. What am I attempting to create will be vital to this effort, the potential of salt and this potential of Norzelia's future, and that all of us who dwell within the great realm. I dedicate this book to all who, like me, are striving for a new era. May I help guide us through a brighter future. Only all of that was in this entire book. Oh wait, there's more. Geological survey complete. High likelihood good quality iron ore are present, though during explosives started. Trial dig with explosive success. Discover vein of iron ore. Oh wait, hold on. Second page. Everything appears in order as if perhaps my betting is ready by now.
No word from below, you say? They haven't tried to flee, have they?
No, sir. I've not seen a single soul emerge from the mine.
Very well then. I shall make contact with them myself.
Was that?
It came from within!
What is the meaning of this? As Frosty's soldiers, why are they at the mines? No. Did he see through my plot?
Clear the mine. Leave no survivors.
So this is how they respond. Those dogs!
Alright. Oh, do I get everybody? Oh, I do. Huh. I think the two of the fastest should be there because they're just going to clean this place up and start moving this way. These guys are just going to go and let it kill really quickly.
Protect Lord Dragan!
You end your turn without moving or using it at the time until your next one will be reduced by the following amount. No movement. Okay.
Let us pry out their weakness. A brief respite.
Ooh.
Your orders?
I won't lose! Take that! You traitors!
Very good.
The hunt is on.
Oh, I should have casted blind.
For the honor of House Wolfort.
Come at me!
To victory!
Cool heads shall prevail. Be at ease.
Sorry to worry you.
I fight for peace. Flame, heed my call.
Time for some research.
Come on!
I see a path to victory. A brief respite.
Tide's in my favor.
My turn.
This'll hurt. I feel stronger already.
Suffer.
For victory! Brace yourself!
For the honor of House Wolfort.
I'll make this quick.
Time to take flight.
Take that! What have we here?
Curses! What's going on?
Now then, to work.
Freeze! To further the arcane arts.
These are no green soldiers, but trained spies. What foul task have they been sent here to accomplish?
You won't beat me!
Shall we begin? Your wounds are healed.
Sorry to worry you.
I fight for peace. With the powers in me.
No. Let us pry out their weirdness.
God damn it.
A brief respite.
Your orders?
This victory is within reach. You will sound strike.
My turn. It ends here.
Here I come. From this range.
You traitors!
So, it falls to me.
Shall we begin? Be at ease.
Thank you. You won't beat me! Time to die!
I see a path to victory. Let us steel our defenses.
For myself.
I was prepared for this. You won't escape. I'll take this.
For victory!
If it's a fight you want.
The hunt is on.
Now then, to work.
Free! This can't be!
But my research!
I see a path to victory. All for victory.
I'll keep on then.
With the powers in me.
I've been waiting for this!
I shall do what I can. Be at ease.
I will remember this.
Time to work.
Suffer. Sound strike.
Oh, god damn it. Oh well.
For victory!
Time to take flight. Darkness engulfs you.
You traitors!
Let us pry out their weakness. Let us steal our defenses.
Glenbrook is in your hands.
Cool heads shall prevail. Be at ease.
I owe ya.
I cannot die.
I shall protect you.
You won't beat me! I'll be your shield!
Your orders?
This'll hurt. Time to take flight. You'll get no mercy from us.
Oh no. Winded Gustadolf. But I know I am in the right. They will not take me so easily.
I ain't
This
that
is
slow.
troubling. Now.
Your orders?
Cool heads shall prevail.
Allow me. Much appreciated.
I've been waiting for this.
At this rate, For myself. This battle is ours. Take that!
Have another! Look at me learning. Nice try!
Curses! What's going on?
This'll hurt.
I see a path to victory.
My turn! Die already!
My knowledge grows deeper.
Cool heads shall prevail. Your wounds are healed.
I've been waiting for this! Time to die!
Let me show you what I've learned. I shall
Your
protect you.
judgment is sound.
We will make our ideals reality. This isn't good. You'll get no mercy from us. I will fight to my last breath.
If it's a fight you want.
Time to work.
Sound strike.
A new power.
This victory is within reach.
I see a path to victory.
Sloppy!
I shall do what I can. Your wounds are
I
healed.
needed that.
You won't beat me!
I struck true.
Let me show you what I've learned. For the good
Your
of all.
judgment is sound.
This battle is ours. get no mercy from us.
Curses! What's going
I will
on?
end this.
Allow victory is within reach. Sound strike.
Let us pry out their weakness. Just as I planned.
Die already!
Shall we begin? Be at ease.
Thank you.
With clear eyes, I move forward.
Ho ho!
I will end this. Two ashes.
Come at me! Push on through!
Careful. Here I come. My victory is ours.
You traitors!
Your orders? This is the end.
There is no mercy on the battlefield. A brief respite.
You have my thanks. Cool heads shall prevail. Be at ease.
That's the stuff!
Ho ho!
I fight for peace. I shall protect you.
Done.
Come at me! Time to die!
Careful.
Curses! What's
The
going
hunt is
on?
on. From this battle is won.
Your orders?
There is no mercy on the battlefield. Stay composed.
Incredible.
I shall do what I can.
Allow me. Let me show you what I've learned. I shall protect you.
You won't beat me!
Time to work.
You traitors!
Time to take flight. Goodbye!
What is the meaning of this?
Why's Esfrost attacking the mines? Are they gonna melt down their own forges next?
Incomprehensible. The miners have all been slain.
How? How did it come to this? Lord Dragan, you know something of this, do you not?
You've nothing left to hide. Talk.
I underestimated him. I never thought he would go this far.
Dragan! No!
There are survivors.
How dare you! Stay with me, Dragan. Be strong.
Forgive me. Had I but spoken the truth, it would not have come to this.
Agreed.
I thought, at last, I could step out of their shadow. That I had the upper hand. Father. Father. Forgive me.
What in the world is happening?
We can do naught to set this right, my lord. Let us inform the king at once.
Hail! Is Prince Roland among you? I have a message.
Speak it now.
Whiteholm Castle is under attack, Your Highness. 'Tis the Esfrosti army.
What in the... Damn it all! The hell is going on?
Control yourself. At any rate, we must confirm exactly what has happened.
Let us return to the kingdom. Frederica, my heart aches for you, but...
We've no time. I know. I am with you.
Would this did not fall to you, but alas. See to it that Dragan receives a proper burial.
Yes, my lord. Take care. The army has the crown city surrounded.
Man, why did I need to keep him alive? He's gonna die anyways. Plot armor.
Ah, a survivor. Kill him. There you are, fair Dragan. What a pity that your dreams of being Prime Minister shall be nothing more than that. Tell me, does it pain you?
Lord Thalas, a word. The entire regiment of assassins have fallen as well. This bodes ill.
It matters not, so long as the miners have been slaughtered. Saves us the trouble of having to silence them.
But, my lord...
Enough. Dispose of our dead and be done with it. My brother will wish to hear that we did.
Aye, my lord. Shall we bury Lord Dragan as well?
No. Leave him to rot, or fill the belly of some mangy cur.
That night, Esfrost invades Glenbrook without warning. The attack is all the more shocking, coming on the eve of the two nations' grand new mining venture. The Duchy easily rushes into the Crown City, taking advantage of Glenbrook's unprepared defenses. Caught unawares by the sudden assault, Glenbrook's scattered forces can do nothing to fend off the invaders. Serenoa and his retinue rush from the mines to King Regna's aid, slipping past the siege into Whiteholm Castle via the secret passage, known only to Prince Roland.
Hold strong! Don't let them get to the castle!
Aye, sir!
That armor! The Black Irons! Esfrost! Esfrost is attacking! What? Why does the Duchy march against us? This is a flagrant breach of the treaty. Levy a complaint against Archduke Gustadolf immediately.
I fear we're past the time for formal complaints, Your Highness. We can hold them no longer. We must inform His Majesty at once.
Of course. My father and Cordelia must be protected at all costs.
Esfrost invaded the Crown City by night! Preposterous! Gustadolf, what is that bastard scheming?
Lord Simo, I bring word from King Regna. He says, should the crown fall, Glenbrook is in your hands.
Your Majesty. Fetch my armor! I march to the Crown's aid!
Oh, you're gonna die.
Please, my lord. At least wait for Lord Serenoa and his retinue to return.
Out of my way! I pledge my loyalty to His Majesty, and it's a vow I intend to...
Your heart, my lord! Summon a healer, quickly!
Damn it! Death cannot take me yet. Serenoa, Benedict.
Character stories are not available on the world map. View them to rally new allies to your cause or learn more about those who have already joined you. The character rallies to your cause are influenced by Serenoa's conviction. The strength of your bond with an ally depends on the number of times that character has deployed in battle. Some character stories may not be available right away depending on your progress in the main story.
The Crown City is under attack? By whom?
Esfrost, it appears. They say the Archduke himself leads the charge.
Gustadolf. Then this will be no mere skirmish.
What shall we do, my lord?
Protecting the royal family is House Warfort's duty. Let us bide our time and see how they fare.
You would not make for the capital, my lord? Our kingdom's very fate hangs in the balance.
Which is all the more reason why we must not act rashly. Esfrost is too strong a foe for House Telior to face on our own. For now, tighten our defenses, and bring me what information you can.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. Oh, okay.
What is the realm coming to?
Hail, fair maid.
Well, if it isn't Eridor. Have a seat. You've ample choice.
Who are you and what have you done with the barkeep? The one I know ain't prone to melancholy.
She is when word of a fellow barkeep's misfortunes reaches her. It's all in this letter. People are taken to plunder and to survive this war, and my friend's tavern was destroyed beyond repair.
Here's hoping your fine establishment escapes unscathed.
I can't bear to think of what I'd do without this place.
My heart goes out to you. As if times weren't hard enough with customers.
Oh, whoops.
I can't think straight for worrying so much. Well, you're a soldier, aren't you? Can't you just go out there and crush your enemies so we can be done with all this?
If only it were so easy. What I wouldn't give to wield a flagon every day instead of a blade.
Never took you for the type to make excuses, Eridor.
Eridor is doing everything he can. The realm suffers because of my failings.
Forgive me, Lord Wolfort. It was hardly my intention to blame you. What with things being as they are, I haven't been myself these days. But enough of this. All the moping in the world won't change a thing. It's time for action. My lord, as you can see, I'll have no choice but to shutter my tavern if the war doesn't end. And soon. So let me join you. I think you'll find that pouring ale isn't the only trick I have up my sleeve. Ah, but where are my manners? Hasabara's the name, my lord. At your service. A barkeep I may be, but good drink isn't the only way I know how to heal what ails people.
I can vouch for that, my lord. Hasabara is good to have around in a pinch.
Then I see no reason to refuse. You are most welcome among us.
Ha! Heartening to see you're the decisive type. I won't let you down.
And you've made a good decision as well. Couldn't have picked a better lord to serve, I tell you.
Aye. I gathered that the way you're always singing his praises.
Oh, she's a fighter. Horseback healer to help allies in need. Oh, okay, so she's a healer. Or combat healer. A boy in a strange garb comes to speak with you in Sereno, claiming that the grandson of the Archmage Grandante.
Halt! This is the encampment of House Wolfort.
Splendid! For it's Lord Wolfort himself that I came to see. Lead me to him, my good man.
Big words from a shady-looking fellow in that ridiculous garb. Be gone at once.
Ridiculous. Why, I'll have you know that these robes are a treasured relic of...
Did I ask about your robes? I said, be gone.
Wait, I say! Who there? Lord Wolfort! Can you hear me?
What's all the commotion here? This strange lad demands an audience with you, Lord Serenoa, and stubbornly refuses to leave.
The name's Narv. Grandson and last disciple of the Archmage Grandante, here to offer my services.
The Archmage Grandante? Forgive me, but in all my years of studying the arcane arts, I've never once heard that name.
You haven't? Oh, I see. I suppose you won't have.
Ah, I'm sorry if I offended you.
You needn't apologize, miss. Let's start over, shall we? Let me show you just what the final disciple of the Archmage Grandante can do.
Incredible.
Well, what do you think?
I've never seen anything quite like it. Were you born with magic like this? Or perhaps...
My illustrious grandfather, the Archmage Grandante, that is, taught me all I know. Please, let me join your army. I'm most certain my sorcery could avail you to no end.
Lord Serenoa, this boy possesses remarkable talent. I must admit, he would make a formidable addition to our forces.
Thank you, Jila. Narv, I welcome you to House Wolfort.
Thank you, my lord. My magic will change the world. Just do wait and see.
So what? Is he wind magic? A versatile mage with Master of the Elements. Can enemy orientation with wind magic. Holy crap. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna probably play some of these guys up off stream. Alright. MSQ over.